episode 5 of Shadow Agents by OpenServ. Can you believe we've made it to episode 5? We've done 5 of these, Armand. That's crazy. Um, I can't
It's
believe it. So
yeah.
yeah,
We covered so much ground in the first 4 episodes without being able to show what the platform can do. It was also mentally extremely challenging, like talking about all those things, but like not being able to show what we have because obviously we hadn't gone live with the platform. But yeah, we covered so much ground from agentic reasoning to how these things should be architected, how OpenAI is building these products, how we are changing the landscape with Braid. It was crazy.
and we've made it all the way here to now the largest AI company in the world has validated what we've been building. And so if you've been here since episode 1, not only were you early, but you're probably smarter than you think you are. So you can cancel your imposter syndrome officially like that. Because everywhere you look right now, people are talking about agents. OpenAI drops Agent Kit. LangChain has some updates, and everyone is calling it agentic workflows. But everyone's chasing automation right now, but automation can also be done between LLM wrappers, right? So the AI world finally noticed what we've been building for almost 2 years, agents that actually think, and they're starting to find that no one has built what we've built still and why we are so far ahead. So we are going to build on what we started talking about in episode 1 of Shadow Agents, which is what is being agentic really. And it's another layer of wiring. And at OpenServe, we do not just connect LLM wrappers and with beautiful user experiences, we connect reasoning systems. And what you're about to see is the difference between the two. So, agents that think and coordinate, and ones that may not be agents, and what the difference is. So, this is episode 5 of Shadow Agents inside our brand new dun, 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 Platform V1.0, which went live, wow, last Thursday. So, just a week ago, we finally got out of beta. Armand, congratulations on finally launching V1.0, and maybe you can let us know what that experience was like, and then we'll jump into the demos today.
So we've been working on this for a very long time, right? Like ever since we shipped the beta. It seems like a lifetime away. I don't even know when it was. Was it in March,
Yeah,
April?
some March, April. Yep,
Actually, yeah, actually work on V1 started way before that.
yep.
Because obviously we're running all of these prototypes and proof of concepts in the background and playing with different layouts, different formats, different agentic reasoning frameworks, and see how we can combine them into a product. So on one hand, we were shipping the beta, and then in the background, some team members were like hastily working on the what we right now call V1. It had many names over the months, like it changed almost every week, but it was a crazy experience. And I guess the more you build with AI agents, the more you learn how to collaborate with them, because it was crazy in, you build something, you think that it's going to work and it doesn't work, which is where the industry is right now. And then you build with AI based on its feedback, based on its behavior. One thing that I wrote on Telegram chat was like, this is a mixture of multiple disciplines, and one of them is pedagogy. We are teaching these agents how to behave, how to reason, how to think like a human being, and how to operate like one, and not bullshit people, or um, I don't know, like prank people with like hallucinations and so on. So it was a crazy journey, and I'm very happy that we are able to showcase to the world what we were working on for quite some time. And yeah, I mean, I think OpenAI's release of Agent Builder, Agent Kit, I'm not sure if they even have a consensus on the name, because on the title it says Agent Builder, but everywhere else it's Agent Kit. And then they're
Right,
talking about
right.
workflows. So I'm not entirely sure, but let's call it Agent Builder. Sorry, I'm still recovering, by the way. Like with the release of the Agent Builder, I was like, let's see if we have competition. And we do. We just have a petty competition. And it was like so refreshing to see everything we can do with just a single prompt on OpenServ that is just not even remotely possible on OpenAI's Agent Builder. So it was a huge revelation for me and the team. And the morale jumped to like never before seen heights, because
Yeah,
now everyone sees the true value of what they're building for 6 months, for 8 months. It's very difficult to build in the dark when you have zero feedback, and now feedback keeps flowing in from Telegram, from the community on X, and everywhere else, private calls, and like a lot of people interested in the platform, and that's just exhilarating. So I'm extremely happy and proud.
yeah. I'm extremely happy and proud too. I think the audience can tell because the tears of joy keep flowing from me. I'm very proud of this team. And I want to give a quick shout out to them, Tim and Lucas, as co-founders. They way ahead of their time, kickstarting this. They were the first ones who called Armand to join the team and to build OpenServ. So it's a matter of geniuses spotting geniuses and real recognizing real, and everybody, Ari, Joey, Ilke, um, Ennis, Bator, who am I missing? David, the whole
I
team.
can Mert.
Erkin, yes. Erkin Mert is the man as well. Mert showed me my first demo of OpenServ. Incredible. So um, Raul, Maida, my team, Ian, we have the best team in AI, pound for pound. I don't care how many billions people put into this, any competition. We've already built it, and they're going to be playing catch up for years. So let's get into it, right? And also shout out to our community. I see people getting excited here. We got people from YouTube. Hi, Furcon. What is our talk about? Today, we're talking about Platform V1.0 and the launch of the best agentic automation coordination tool in the world, launching last Thursday on OpenServe's platform. And all of a sudden, the competition started to create dupes all across the industry, and realizing that they're not competing with us, but competing for our scraps. So we wanted to take this time during Shadow Agents to show the difference a little bit and show you what's already popping. And when I say popping, I mean popping. People are creating demos left and right all over X. People are creating prediction market bots and agents that can do all kinds of things for fantasy football, and people making money with AI. Could you imagine that? Armand. So I don't think I introduced you, but this is the CTO of OpenServ, our resident genius and inventor, Armağan Amcalar. Armand, thank you again for meeting with us a fifth time today. And I'm your other host, your backup, your resident normal person, um, Ryan Dennis, head of marketing at OpenServ. And thank you so much for joining us, everybody who's tuning in. But yeah, let's get into Agent Kit, right? Everybody's talking about OpenAI making this builder,
Yeah.
but people who are checking it out are realizing it's not what it seems.
So I guess like later on we're gonna have some time to actually see it in action, or look for it in action, let's say. But it came out as a um, as the flashy new kid on the block, right? Like everyone was expecting this from OpenAI, and they're like, this is the platform. And it's true that you can put together some nodes, but I wrote a detailed summary on Telegram like the first day. First, it wasn't working at all. No one could get it working. Instagram is full of videos where people are like, I'm clicking this, it's not working. Like, what is this? Initially, we thought it would be an NA10 killer, but as I also wrote on Telegram, I think guys over at NA10 are also chuckling because it's like far from usable. Even if you can get it to produce some results, there is no, like, it's like ChatGPT with MCP servers that kind of looks like it's agentic because it has nodes, which has nothing to do with agents or agentic behavior, because there's no self-awareness in those agents. There's no reasoning. There's no real operation or intelligence behind those agents. It's basically you type into a chat box and it kind of follows or tries to follow your steps that you set. It can use some MCPs. There's no built-in integrations. Right after the first day, they added error tracing. So you have some logs, some error logs of like if some things go wrong, but you don't know how to change what to make it better. There's no triggers, no connection to Telegram, no connection to Twitter. Um, it's almost impossible for a regular human to set up anything on Google because they have an MCP integration with Google. I tried using my Google Calendar, which is one of my favorite use cases. It's just very difficult to like see some output out of it. And I together like today I played with it for another half an hour or so to see if I could create some good comparisons between OpenServ and OpenAI, right? Because we also seemingly have a similar solution. But I'm going to show you the results. I don't even know how to describe it.
And we're all eager to see it. So, yeah, if you were wondering, did OpenAI just kill 1 trillion startups? No, they they actually
Not
they
really.
reinforced what many startups are doing. But for us, I mean, a company, a small startup, what used to be in just an applied research lab, right, is now been validated, right, and that what we've been building behind the scenes is actually the future, and we were right. And so, yeah, again, shout out to you, Armand, and Tim and Lucas for being pioneers there. So maybe we could hop right into it, and maybe you can kind of get us into what we're about to see here, right? Because I think there's been a lot of hubbub. A lot of people have been making examples, but we are here to show. I think that's sort of one of the points of Shadow Agents as a show is we're showing what being agentic really means. It's not about connecting
Right.
functions, right? A basic circuit board connects functions. It's about systems that understand when to act, infrastructure itself that can talk to you, when to ask questions, and when an agent can fix itself, right? Could you imagine if you had a I don't know, like a washing machine that could fix itself and tell you what was wrong with it? That would be agentic, right? For once. So, Armand, tell us, what are we going to see today, and what should we be taking notes on?
So there were a lot of comments on Telegram about the format of the show and what we should show. So I put together 5, 6 different examples, one-shot prompts
6.
that,
You're
yeah,
spoiling
that
us.
I built. I'm not sure if we're going to be able to show all of them, but what I want to really show today is whatever you want to do on OpenServe, you pretty much can, and there's just no limit. It's just your imagination, and you don't need to be a developer to get started. This is constant feedback that we're getting over Telegram. That I thought it would require some dev skills. Like I want to, I'm encouraged or educated to tell the AI to read this specific file and tell me about it. I'm like, no, it's just supposed to work. Like you should just drop the file there and it's supposed to work. Or you should just like in plain language write whatever you like. And we're not perfect, right? No one is perfect. OpenServe's platform is also not perfect, but gets you 90% of the way. And like in all of these examples, I practically one-shotted all of them, like not even modifications in the UI or tasks. So I'm going to be showing what you can achieve with that, just as examples. Then I'm going to show how quickly you can get started with it, just to play with it. And there's so much to show that we're going to be covering this over the next couple of episodes as well. We're going to be talking about Web3 agents. We're going to be talking about automated trading. Not today, but that's coming. Hopefully next week, we're going to talk about
Wow.
automated trading, which is like bonkers with all the
Degens
like
rejoice.
everything. Yeah, with everything that the platform can do, it's just like next level. And I want to talk about a little bit of technical details on why certain design choices that we made matter, because I also want to give you a glimpse of the future, where this is going, why this is so special. And people already took the leap of faith on Telegram and started playing with the platform a little bit, and they are discovering new abilities and emergent complex behaviors that we could only dream of a couple of months ago. So there's a lot to cover. So please bear with us. This stream might be a little bit longer than usual. We're going to have many more streams. Just bear with us as we dive deep into every single bit of the platform, because you can imagine, like, we worked with a team of what 8, 9, 10 people on this for so many months. Obviously there's like a huge lot of features that we have to show you. So yeah, we can get started.
Beautiful, beautiful. Well, I'll let you share your screen. And while you're queuing that up, I just want to give a shout out to the different folks in the chat. Thank you, Pigeon, Ruim Tapak. Always happy to see you. And waiting for Killer Bees to show up as usual. But this show is on Friday. This is our first Friday show, so we have a different audience here. I see a lot more people on YouTube popping up. Komagyur, Abdullah, welcome to the show. Thank you, Token Symphony. I really appreciate you. And Sevket Asurgan, thank you so much. And yeah, I think we're happy to show the magic today.
So I have so many windows open. I have to find the correct one.
Here we go.
I
Boom.
hope I have the correct one. Yes.
Oh, you're live.
Yes, I am. So this is our landing page. For those of you who haven't seen it yet, this is the new landing page, because we released V1 last Thursday, but obviously we have been working on it. So now we have a better landing page to list all of your workflows in a beautiful layout. So you can see, the agents that you have in those workflows, when they ran, how many times you ran them, and so on. And what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to go over a couple of the workflows that we have started, that I built, and then I will give you the prompts to build them yourself. Because when you go and click to this new workflow button, what you see here is practically your entry to the world of OpenServ. Now, there is a way to create a blank workspace so you can start from scratch. And we have some helpful tips for you to get started. And I'm going to go into the details of each, but this might be a little bit advanced. Like, this is definitely not your first step. Your first step, the thing that you're going to be using most, is this input box over here. And you paste something here, and then you see it come alive. Maybe let's just start with that. I'm going to flip the script a little bit, and I'm going to put in something here, and maybe we can see how it's working. Now, the first thing that I'm going to try is what I think Tim built the other day. Fetch the top trending market on Polymarket using the Polymarket agent. Generates a Polymarket promotional video script based on that market without potentially sensitive names and political references, using the copywriter, and then create the Polymarket promo video using the Sora 2 agent. Now, I took this as
Polymarket, just for people who are not familiar, right? I just want to clarify, if you are excited about any other workflow builders or AI agent builders out there, AgentKit by OpenAI has zero Web3 compatibility. Okay, so Polymarket and everything that we've been doing here at OpenServ, if you want to call us the decentralized OpenAI, fine. The crypto OpenAI, fine, because they are never going to serve Web3 with this kind of technology, and it will never compete. So Polymarket, maybe you want to give us a perspective on what that is for noobs or degens who just need a refresher.
Yeah. So I mean, I think it's a very popular platform, Polymarket, and this was practically started out as an experiment at OpenServ, but I really like the results. So this is just a like bringing the two most recent agents that we built. One is Sora 2 agent. You're going to see how easy it is to use, and then the polymarket agent, and hopefully this is going to give you an idea of like all the different combinations that you can create. Now, this is all I do. I just came up with this, and I'm going to click submit. Now, what happens is in the background, we have an agent called Better Project Manager. And I joked about it earlier today. Like we wanted to rename it to many different names have been suggested, but like we just couldn't find a better name for the Better Project Manager because it's better. What it does is it takes your prompt and breaks it down to pieces of tasks or things it needs to do in order to satisfy your wishes. So I just told it what I wanted to have. And I mean, I know a couple of agents exist. Like I know the Sora 2 agent exists. I know the polymarket agent exists. If you didn't, you'd be seeing them in Explore agents. You can see like all the agents here. And it's a very good way to get started with these agents. You know, we have 34 agents right now.
It's like going shopping. I could just
Yeah. I mean,
add to cart.
we also have, I guess there was a question on Telegram, like how can we contribute to these agents? We have a review system. So like it's very easy to leave a review here on the performance of these agents. Please love our general assistant. It's doing a huge chunk of the work, but we have a lot of different agents, and you can see like it's used in 190 projects already, the essay
Wow.
writer.
Wow.
I mean, it's crazy, right? Like this 2,400 projects use, obviously, like pretty much all of them use the general assistant. So yeah, maybe I can zoom in a little bit so you guys see it a little bit better.
Awesome. Thanks.
But okay, so that's how you figure out which agents you want. And if you don't, that's also completely fine because the Better Project Manager knows all the agents in the system. So, you know, it can actually suggest these agents to you. So what we, and maybe I need to zoom out just a tiny bit. Okay, how about this?
And that's
So
crazy
what
when
we
you
see
just said
here,
that an agent can suggest an agent for you to use. That alone
yeah,
is
yeah, I mean, it doesn't even suggest, it like automatically finds the best agent for your use case and uses that. Sometimes you might want to change that agent. Sometimes it's not like doing the best selection. I have seen in the
yeah.
past, for example, you know, instead of copywriter, it picks the general assistant because general assistant is also great at copywriting. So, oh, sorry, I need to. I was in Do Not Disturb. I'm not sure what was going on.
Yeah, but you know the
So
powers that be don't want us to shine. So this is why we're fighting good fight.
ah, I didn't pray to the demo gods.
Yeah,
I did that a lot
the
in the
demo
previous
guy.
episode. That's the reason. Shit, that's the reason. All right. I know it's too late, demo gods, but please be with us today, because I'm gonna be doing not one, not two, but 6 real life demos today,
Wow.
if not more.
I'll call the Holy
Um,
Trinity to help us today.
Funny because last night I went to see Jesus Christ Superstar musical in Berlin. It was
Oh,
crazy.
so you
It was
did
really, really
you basically had your sermon last night. You're all ready to
yeah, I
Jesus
did.
to help us here.
I had to prepare for tonight, right?
Yes.
And that was the most direct way that I could do.
The holiest stream on X today on YouTube.
So what you end up here is a workflow. Let me zoom out a little bit. And you just get 4 nodes, right? The one is the manual trigger. If you click start, it's gonna give you the it's gonna run this workflow for you. And then we ask the Polymarket agent to fetch the top trending market on Polymarket, then generates promotional video script, and the Sora 2 agent converts it into a video. I don't think we need to do anything here other than click start. Let's try and see what it's going to give us. I have absolutely no idea what it's going to give us. even though like I tried this multiple times in the background. So you see the reasoning here appearing. It said I need to fetch the market details, and whenever there's an update in this task, you see it right above the card. But of course, if you want more details, you can just double click it, and there you see the top trending market that's already fetched from Polymarket with 164 million. Funny, when I last tried it, it was 160. And the most important bit, you get the logs, the steps of everything that's happening here. That's so powerful because if something goes wrong, you're going to be able to see what the agent did. This is great for accountability because these agents are meant to work autonomously. That's the first ever requirement of being an agent. They need to work autonomously. You cannot run after them after the fact, like 10 hours after the execution. When you go back, you cannot chase error messages and see or try to piece together what might have gone wrong. So you get live logs of the tasks. You see all the tools that it's using, their output and everything, all the data it's using, then it's returning. And
go check right now. Go check Agent Kit and see if you have this breadth of logs for what's happening. And Armand is laughing because it is laughable. There is no, you're never going to see this. So the possibilities here for you to audit and verify, get receipts for these logs has unlimited potential, which is missing from any other competitor. We're the only ones that supply this.
yeah, so after that, the next task executed, and you see we have, so maybe one thing that we need to talk about, the notion of a task. Why is it task based, right? In spoiler alert, in Agent Kit, the node is an agent, and an agent can do multiple streams of work. It's not really like you see 5 nodes here, or 4 nodes. They're all agent, 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 agent. So these are not really agents. These are tasks that I want to do. So the most meaningful abstraction for human work is a unit of work, and that is a task. And if you have ever worked with task management systems anywhere in the world, either as a professional in technology or in other fields, you know that there are a lot of details that you need to provide a task, which our better project manager can do for you. Or as I'm going to show later on, it's like super easy to do it from a single prompt again. But what's the description of that task? What does that task work with? It works with the output that we fetched from the Polymarket task. And then what is the output look like? And tasks have attachments. Tasks have work logs or whatever has happened during the task. So at OpenServ, we always wanted to take inspiration from human life, from nature. And this is the result. This is how we work. This is how we understand how we work as humans. And turns out AI agents or large language models who are trained in mimicking human operations, they are also very good at these kind of work. So now we also created the script, and you can see here the copywriter, by the way, is a no-code agent. Maybe we're not going to be able to delve into no-code agents in this episode. Maybe it's going to be for the next episode, but it just writes its output to the task, as you would expect. So now any abstraction in the world or any other tool in the world can actually fetch the details of this task. You might ask how, and I'm like diverging here a little bit, but we have something called an MCP server for this workspace. If you use this MCP server, you actually connect to this landscape, this workflow, and get all the details about it. You can ask, what happened to this task? What is the status of this task? What is the output of this task? What are the files that have been generated in this task, right? And let's see, the Sora 2 agent worked as well. And you see it has an attachment. that video has been just created. And you see the logs, very expressive. Every 30 seconds, it gives you where it's at, where the video generation is at, because it takes a long time. And you might wonder the percentage, right? And then, if there's an error, if it failed to upload the video, it fixes itself. Why? Because it should. Like, why do we care? It should fix itself. And here's the results. Let's try to. Oop. I don't know if that's gonna work. Let's try to play it.
Whoa.
Something like this.
So it just
What
made
Sora
that.
could do in 8
Are you
seconds.
kidding
Yeah.
me?
No, I mean that's the output.
I mean, for a second, I just thought I was watching an ad. I didn't like an ad in our show. I didn't realize you made that. The text is fantastic. The graphics are good. The colors are beautiful.
Yeah,
It looks like somebody spent some time. Like we paid one of our amazing designers to make that.
right. So another innovation here is obviously everyone loves chat, and we have chat functionality to all of these agents: Better Project Manager, Copywriter, General Assistant, Polymarket Agent. All the agents in this workflow you can actually talk to, and then you can ask the Better Project Manager to do changes on the workflow. So you don't actually drag and drop anything. You can just tell. And you can talk to, I don't know, the copywriter to suggest a better alternative than the script that it generated. So the sky is the limit. And I want to show you. So this worked fine, right? Like this is an agent or a workflow that we built, single prompt. I didn't have to drag and drop anything for these to work. I'm going to show you one thing. This one. So a previous one that I created. See, I even like ordered them a little bit.
Wow.
I started out exactly the same. See, like the same tasks: fetch top trending polymarkets, video script, 12-second long video, because 8 seconds was just not enough. I changed it to 12 seconds. And I added another task to say, remix the promotional video by adding an ending motto that says OpenServ serves. Okay. And then here's the kicker. I added a Telegram trigger here
Ooh.
by dragging and dropping this Telegram bot integration and then connecting it to the same input. See the arrows?
Incredible.
Like this is the manual trigger. If you click start, it's going to work. If you send a message to Telegram, it's still going to work. And it's going to send the video back to Telegram.
Wow.
Right? So if you double click on that integration, you the YouTube chats are crazy. This is not
They're
live. We're
crazy.
all in a simulation within the flow described right now. It almost feels like that. So what you see here is this is only going to activate on a message of /poly. So I build a Telegram bot by not doing anything. I just added a token, added a Telegram token. Let me actually show you how that works as well. Let me go to the platform here. Oh, we have connects, integrations, Telegram bots, add new connection, and you just paste a token that you get from Botfather on Telegram. That's all. Once you do that, it's available for you to use. Now I'm going to share my screen. Unfortunately, I couldn't find a way to share both screens at the same time. But let me share my Telegram instead of this workflow.
Yes. So we are live. Hi, devs. Thank you for asking the question. Yes, you are here because we're live, and this is a live demo of a live product. This is a real platform that we have launched last Thursday. And again, to make it clear for everyone watching, this right here is something that Agent Kit by OpenAI cannot do. They have zero Web3 capability, no wallet calls, no on-chain execution, no token interactions will be there. It cannot touch crypto. What we're showing here is OpenServ is the first real Web3 native agent infrastructure. These are agents that think, they transact, they can create content, and they think on their own. They talk to each other, and they're not LLM wrappers. This is a gap that nobody is talking about. Everyone's showing diagrams and connectors, but nobody's showing agents that can move value and potentially create tokens or interact with real markets. What you're seeing here is the agents themselves are infrastructure that think and can earn on their own. And I'll let Armand continue with this incredible advertisement that he just made out of thin air.
So this is my Telegram with my bot, and I just need to type. If you could take away the comments.
Yep.
I just wanted to type /poly, and in fact, obviously preparing for this, I already did that, and like about 30 minutes ago, it gave me a response. So I'm just going to type /poly, okay? And this already triggered the workflow in the background, and I'm going to switch to that. Again, sorry for this weird screen sharing thing. So it automatically triggered through Telegram, fetch the top trending market. Same thing happening. Copywriter is writing its copy. Now we're going to see a 12-second video, and then that video will be appended. Like the end of that video will have OpenServ serves motto, and then I'm going to see that on Telegram. It's basically it. This unfortunately takes a couple of minutes, so let's move on to another workflow that I want to show again on Telegram. But this is basically how I'm going to get back the video on Telegram. Again, I didn't write any code. I could also have just one-shotted this with the Better Project Manager, but I took the previous one and just added these tasks myself. So let me switch to this one. This is one of my favorite use cases of all time. Again, one-shotted. One shot. I don't know. One-shotted is not a thing, right? One shot.
Yeah. What do you mean when you say one shot? Just to give people a once over.
Perfect. What I mean is, I just write a prompt, I paste that, and I get this. I get this output, a Telegram bot that works. And the prompt for this was, let me read it to you. Trigger on calendar message from Telegram. Fetch today's calendar events. For each attendee, extract the raw email string exactly as stored. Exclude all emails ending with OpenServ AI. If there are no meetings or no external participants, reply no external participants today on Telegram. Otherwise, for each external email, do background research, company, role, LinkedIn, recent news. Send a Telegram message back to the user. Reply as a smart and charming personal assistant. And it gives you this. We can maybe even share these prompts after the stream, maybe on Telegram, and people can run these on their own. But what I really want to show you is this bot triggers on /calendar. So the other one was /poly. This is /calendar. And I'm going to have two workspaces running, two different workspaces running from the same Telegram bot for triggering two separate messages, okay? This is also next level. So let me type /calendar here, and you see that it's already triggered. I have so many windows, man. You cannot believe my desktop is crazy right now. So what it's doing is it's fetching today's events from my primary calendar, okay? And again, you see the events, the logs that are happening on this task up top. If there's anything of significance, we're going to get a message here saying it did these things. Or if there are errors, it's going to say, what those errors are. It's going to ask for me for clarification. One thing that I can show here there is this concept of user approval here. When you said like there's no logic or intelligence in agent kits,
Right.
it's because it's up to you to decide when it should branch, when it should loop, and when it should ask for human approval. Like
Yeah.
you are supposed to think about these things and put them in this flow. Whereas what I'm showing here, wait, where it is? Here. What I'm showing here has basically all of that. Where branches here, if it has external participants or if it doesn't have external participants. I didn't have to do anything for that. I just wrote what I wanted. It has loops here because for every person on my calendar list, it's going to do some research. And it's going to send that research to me on Telegram. So what we saw here as, and obviously if things go wrong, I'm going to be prompted for user approval, basically, right?
So for people who are just tuning in, we are side by side running basically the same workflow desire between OpenAI's Agent Kit and OpenServ's V1.0 platform, which launched just this past Thursday, and seeing whether or not these will work and which one works better.
So you see, like, it's just thinking and just knows what to do, creates a file with all the details of my meetings for today. Okay.
Wow.
Next up, it extracts email addresses. Hey, these are the external email addresses. Nice.
Okay.
Right? And this is the beauty. See, that obviously it has its own to-do list and stuff, right? Like you're
Wow.
not supposed to worry about any of these things. It just works. It decides what to do on its own. It decides to loop if it thinks it's what the user wants. And here in this case, I had multiple people on my calendar, mostly me, my other email addresses, and it's running Perplexity research for all of them. It's doing multiple tool calls for Perplexity research. And see, like, I mean, it has its, I don't even know what, oh, this is very useful. Like you can see, hopefully, like there are some errors and it says invalid tool call arguments, you cannot do these things. And then it doesn't matter. It fixes itself because it's supposed to do that. This is what we mean by autonomous agents.
Yeah.
And this is what the orchestration is. So let me see if I actually got the message. Oh, I did. So let me switch to
Just like a great employee, it makes
yeah.
its own to-do list. I saw the task logs go from the number 16 to 39 in seconds. So it was
Yeah.
live making logs.
So I shared my screen again, and this is what I got. And one thing about agentic behavior, normally this workflow sometimes it generates two messages. One, it says like, these are the email addresses, and I'm going to follow up with more details shortly. And it tells me a little bit about these people that I am supposed to meet today, right? If I have external meetings, I can just say /calendar, and it just sends me a message on Telegram. Like, show my calendar. Who am I going to meet today? Give me. And obviously, you can add way many more details
Crazy.
to this workflow to do whatever you want with it. Like you can, I don't know, do deep research. One thing is we haven't used deep research here. We're just using Perplexity research. But obviously, one thing that is very easy, very straightforward for you is to just use the deep research agent to have more each people, their industry, what they're working on. This is just a demo. But yeah, it works end to end. You can trigger this through Telegram.
Amazing.
Huh,
That's amazing.
great.
So
human assistance requests.
A
Sometimes,
human assistance request. What is a human assistance request? Wait. You're telling me that the agent is now asking you to take an action?
yeah, I mean, it was supposed to work
Wow.
autonomously. It did everything that it should, but then it got stuck here. And it says there was an error while trying to create the 12-second video. The error was a fetch failure. Could you please assist or provide guidance on how to proceed? And I can double click and I can see the output. This is something that we're going to change, but for now, there's a 5-minute timeout, and Sora was unable to generate. You can see here, like for the last about like 2 minutes, it was stuck at 99%. So it just timed out, and I cannot really generate this. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to click reset and restart task. I could also type here, like do it again, try it again. But in this case, I'm going to reset and restart the task, and it's going to do it from scratch. And we're going to see that video posted on Telegram. I mean, you were already seeing that video. So what it does is it takes this output of the Sora 2 agent and just sends it to Telegram as a message, which is crazy, come to think of it. Now, what I want to talk about here is the idea of sessions, which is extremely important if you want to use this as a backend. Why? Because you're not going to serve one single user. Multiple people will use this workflow as their backends, as their tools. So you need a way to track all of the executions. You need a way to see the outputs of all of these executions, and if there were any errors and so on, right? And this is the concept of the sessions. Every new trigger is creating a new run here, a new session here. And you see this one is in progress that I just started. And then there are a couple that I ran previously that are in done mode. So I can actually look at the history of these executions very easily with a click. And I see the output of this run. See, it worked fine without any errors. And the important bit here is you see the output file, like the attachment of this video. Here's the previous one that I created. It's a 12-second video. See, OpenServ serves is the motto
That's better
at
than
the
any
end.
tagline I've ever made.
So, and I received that on Telegram. So the point is, we have sessions that you can see the outputs of, and we have, oops, I cannot go to those sessions for whatever reason. And you see the files of each session. So these workspaces, these workflows have a file system that all the agents in that workflow, in that specific session can use. And obviously, files are not shared between sessions. So if you and I use the same Telegram bot, we get our own file system here. The agents can collaborate on these files for the requests that you and I are doing separately, right? And this is such an important piece of agentic execution. You have to give these agents a way to collaborate.
Yeah.
Just beyond just tasks. There has to be a way for you to pass strong, stable information from one agent to the other. And you're also chatting to these agents, right? How are you going to transfer knowledge from a task to a chat? By using files.
Right.
You can say, hey, record this in this file, and another agent can read it from that file. So that agent collaboration goes a step further if you can enable a file system, and that's practically what we did here.
Yeah. And that's such a crucial distinction right there, because people don't realize that if you ever want to run agents as a backend, not as a toy or a chat demo alone, you need, I guess you could call it isolation, or like this observability and these sessions, because that's what makes this infrastructure. It's why we keep saying that these are not chatbots. These are not LLM wrappers in OpenServ. These are systems. These agents are systems. Each run, every session, every trigger has its own process, and it's logged, it's validated, it's recoverable. So it solves the memory and the conversation needed between these agents to work together. And this is kind of where AgentKit completely breaks down for me. There's no session tracking. There's no
Yep.
multi-user isolation. There's no context handoff. So you can't run this stuff for real users, and it's just not built for it. But in OpenServ, every agent is state aware, transaction aware, and session aware, just like you would be during a meeting with your coworkers. That's the baseline if you want to build real AI products that live in production.
So obviously there is one more thing about sessions. I guess it's going to be the topic of a later episode. But what if you want to build a chatbot?
Ooh,
What if
meta.
you don't want what if you don't want autonomous agent execution, but just a simple
Sure.
chatbot? Here I have a file reply bot. Okay. And I uploaded a file to it. This is a handout, a worksheet that I give to the participants of one of my workshops. When I run a workshop on AI agent design, AI assistant design, I give people, hey, like this is your worksheet. You're going to work on this during this session. So it has some information on how to create an AI assistant, how to write a good system prompt. And if I want to build a chatbot out of that, I can just upload the file here and just add a Telegram trigger. It's actually very simple. Just drag and drop this Telegram trigger here, and it's here. So you have a new trigger. That's all you need to do to trigger the spot. And what I want is for the general assistant to reply based on the information in the file. That's it. Like just generate a reply message for a Telegram user based on the extracted information. That's all. And then send the reply back to Telegram. You could even like combine these two tasks, but this is another one-shot prompt. And the prompt is a Telegram chatbot that will reply to the user from the information in the uploaded file.
Wow.
Just that. And then it gave me this. Obviously, a human might want to combine these two. It's totally fine. Or you could do some more internet research or whatever, combine it with any other agent you like. But let's see if this is going to work. I mean, I didn't try these a lot, right? Like this is, like I actually tried this only once a couple of hours ago. So I'm not even sure if it's going to work, but I'm going to type in the background, what is a good way to add a persona to an AI agent? And will it trigger? Well, I might have broken it while I built the other triggers.
That's funny because the agent will tell you that it's broken. And
Let me.
and that's the key difference here, right? This is a fully fledged agent that can participate with you in the larger workflows. So once you drop it into an existing project like here, it inherits the same reasoning, the session handling, and the file management as the rest of the agents. And you saw some of these agents are working on over 2,400 different projects at once. So the amount of
Yeah.
context and education and learning that they have is only exponentially growing. And I feel like the industry this whole week has been talking about the front end, what the builder looks like and
Right.
how pretty the diagrams are. But the intelligence is supposed to live in the back end, not the design. And although our design is good and it works, the beauty is really the back end, where the reasoning, the validation, the triggers, the sessions, and all the recovery, like at a moment like this, when you're trying to fix an issue, comes into play. If something breaks in your agent kit, it's just broken and you don't know why. Just ask any N8N builder what they do when something is broken. They have to do so much troubleshooting, which is why it takes days just to figure out how to use the darn thing for a simple workflow.
Yep. And maybe I'm running into an issue that I don't know how to solve, which is interesting because then what I need to do is, um, oh no, it's actually working. See? Ha! Very interesting.
Fixing itself in live time. Somebody asked, "Are we vibe coders?" What's your opinion on that, Armand? Are you a vibe coder? Are you just a vibe
So,
CTO?
I mean, when I learned programming, we only had books. We didn't even have internet. We just had programming books. So what are you even talking
Wow.
about? Vibe coding. Um, vibe coding my ass. Um,
Yeah.
so what I can tell you is that AI coding is actually very helpful for generating alternatives, ideas, maybe different versions of doing things or repetitive tasks and so on. But we have found in the last month that we're using AI less and less. This is very unfortunate because we also we had memberships in Cursor, in Cloud Code, and everything. We started canceling them because it's just not that fun anymore, and it's
Mm,
actually taking a lot of time to fix the outputs of those coding agents. And we are way more comfortable writing our own code and with very smart autocomplete, and that's basically where we are. Certainly, we're trying to um, experiment with AI coding, vibe coding, but as soon as we think the idea might have a chance of survival, we start programming by hand because it's much more difficult to fix vibe coded code with humans. It's way easier to write your own from scratch. So this just replied to me on Telegram. Let me, unfortunately, sorry for that. Let me switch to my Telegram window and show you the response. So
yeah.
I asked, what is a good, can I zoom in here? I cannot zoom in here. I asked, what is a good way to add a persona to an AI agent? See my previous trials that didn't work, and then it started working. It says, hello, Armand. Thank you for reaching out with your question. Based on the content from the file, from ideation to creation, blah, blah, a good way to add a persona to an agent involves several key steps. That's it. So so this is basically the demo that OpenAI did when they announced their changes in the beginning of the week. They built a chatbot for the participants of Dev Days to figure out the talks, and it's practically the same thing. Upload a file, ask a question, except this thing does not require any custom integration into your web page. It runs on Telegram, which is
Wow.
way easier. If you have a new product, if you have a new service, just build a bot on Telegram. Just add whatever customer support documentation you have at hand. Just upload them to our platform. Just that, and a couple of clicks, you have this bot that answers based on the knowledge that you provided with a real tool like Telegram.
Wow. And anybody in the world, I mean, he just used three agents. This is three nodes. And this is a product that you could sell to anybody. Like, if you want to steal this idea right off the stream and this weekend, show it to
Yeah,
people yourself. Just use the platform and you can vibe code it if you want to. And now all of a sudden, you have sold somebody on the idea that they can put up any document and they have a live bot working
yeah,
for via Telegram.
yeah.
This is
Um,
crazy.
Again, this is a very simple prompt. You can click new workflow and just paste this. A Telegram chatbot that will reply to the user from the information in the uploaded file. And what you need to do here is to drag and drop the file. You see this beautiful new file upload screen. I'm very proud of it.
Looks nice.
It just went live. So it's just this. And, just start. And the better project manager practically creates that workflow that I just showed you. Isn't that crazy?
I mean, it's insane. Creating your agent workflow. You just typed in, and now it's showing you what's happening.
Yeah.
I don't know how you all did this while I was in Singapore, but maybe I should travel more if this is what's going to be. This is the level of growth when I'm away. That's great. Somebody asked, who designed the UI? So I guess you're answering that for us here.
Well, I mean, we have a world-class designer who did that. It's the hardcore efforts of like months of work, and I'm not gonna give away the name.
No, because yeah, seriously, we're gatekeeping over here. Okay, everybody.
No, I mean, of
We're
course,
censored.
like, but I have to congratulate Dan. She did an amazing job. This is basically her work. She just created this beauty. But yeah, this is basically
Wow.
it. Now, let me show you something else. What did we talk about? We talked about many things. How about this thing, crypto tweet flow?
Yeah, let's check it out.
This is something that I got inspired by Fake Guru. So
Fake
he
guru.
said, yeah,
Everybody type fake guru in the chat. Shout out to fake
yeah,
guru.
do it. So he said, he just one-shotted a tweet analysis tool. And again, I basically built that with one shots. This is a little bit longer to get this one shot with a single prompt. So I'm not gonna read it out to you. It's basically like one paragraph. But does it everything. Like slash tickers kicks this workspace off. Let me actually try that. I'm gonna put it in run mode. Okay. And I'm going to type slash tickers on my Telegram, and you see it already started working. What this is going to do is it's going to scrape the last 10 tweets from CZ Binance.
Aha.
And well, it actually already did that in like 10 seconds. It's crazy. Like I was just barely showing the task itself, but here are the 10 tweets, right?
It's growing
Amazing.
smarter.
Yeah,
It's
it's
getting
crazy.
faster.
Yeah. Man, I mean, I don't know if I created a Frankenstein's monster or what, but
I think you
this
did.
is crazy.
By the way, guys, this is
So
the prequel to the Terminator and the Matrix. So
what I'm gonna see now is a message to Telegram about these tweet contents, and then we're gonna analyze the tweet data to extract ticker keywords if there are any. We're gonna use Dex Screener Assistant, which is one of the very first agents that we built at OpenServ. And Dex Screener Assistant will figure out more information about those tickers. And then it's going to give it to the general assistant again to write to Telegram, right? So let me switch to Telegram once more. I know it's just bear with me.
yeah, we want to see it.
Let me switch to Telegram, and I'm going to show you the message that I received. So I guess you see it now.
Go.
Yeah. So I just wrote tickers, and the last 10 tweets, and
Wow.
if there are links in it, we also have those links, of course. Now this Dex Screener Assistant actually finished in the background, so I think I'm gonna get another message pretty soon with the tickers BNB and ETH mentioned. The general assistant is running in the background to send me the tweets. And the beauty of this system is, again, like these agents don't know that the other ones existed before. They're put together like an A team of heroes in this workspace, and then they know how to collaborate. So the agents that you write, they also don't need to know anything about OpenServ's platform or the other agents. If you're going to build an agent yourself as an agent developer, the only thing you need to do is to program your expertise. That's it. Program your expertise. You don't need to know anything about OpenServ. Our SDK takes care of all of the integrations, all of the file system, all of the collaboration, all of the retries, human errors, assistance requests, MCP connections, integrations connections, and everything. So, okay, it actually attached this as a file, and I can show you that screen too, because obviously it opened in a new window, because why not? Why not, right? So I just shared again. This is basically the report that it shared.
Wow.
So BNB and ETH were the two items mentioned, and their price, price change, liquidity, volume, market cap, and everything.
This is Fake Guru Alpha. This is the most expensive alpha in Web3 that's just been provided and produced through the most bleeding edge AI tool in the world. And you guys are getting to see it live. It works,
Yeah.
and for free.
Yeah. So now let's go back to our platform. I shared my screen again. So this is basically what you can easily build with Dex Screener agents. That's like following these tickers. You can scrape tweets from different people and see, if they're talking about some new tokens that you're unaware of, some new coins that you're unaware of, and then you can do whatever you want with them. You can maybe even set the system to send you a Telegram message when there is anything of interest.
Wow.
Which is crazy. Then you can take some action, Last thing maybe that I can show is this OpenServ AI orchestration future. Now, this is something that I'm very proud of, and I don't know if maybe I can find the URL on another browser window and just share it here. What this does is I didn't add it to Telegram because, I guess we all understand now that Telegram can trigger workflows. What I did here is there's a start button, and it runs deep research agents to fetch some information about OpenServ and how it creates the future of AI agent orchestration. All right. And deep research agent is actually very capable. It's more capable than Perplexity. And what it gives us is a Twitter thread, an X thread of multiple tweets. So let me see if I can paste it here and if we can see it. Yeah, here it is. So this tweet series is generated from this workflow.
Wow. Incredible. That's
so
incredible.
You can, like, I don't have a lot of followers. I have like, I don't know, 9,000 followers or something, 8,000. You can already see the views. I just posted this like 3 hours ago. A lot of people reached out to me about this tweet. They thought this was real. Like I wrote this, but no, I actually did not write it.
I don't think you
I
would have
was just
used a rocket emoji.
or talk about OpenServ as there.
Yeah, true.
But I mean, this is it. It was very fun to build this as well, and this was the system prompt for this is also very simple. Research and summarize how OpenServ creates the future of AI agent orchestration using the deep research agent. Write a thread about the future of AI agent orchestration based on that research using the copywriter, and then publish the thread in multiple tweets on X using the essay writer. That's it. That's all I did. So let's try doing this again, okay? Let's see if it's gonna give
Let's
us
do
another
it.
thread.
Let's do it. Give us another spicy take on X. And I just, for people who are just joining again, I want to reset a little bit. You're watching the CTO of OpenServ, Armağan Amcalar, just live using the new Platform V1.0. These are live demos. He's already shown us 3 or 4 different agents and their workflows. And the one that he just went through just before now was, we watched a network of AI agents pull live market data from the blockchain and from X and analyze the last 10 tweets from CZ. He extracted token mentions. The agent ran through a trading intelligence agent, and then it published the results all automatically. This is a cognitive network. It's a new kind of infrastructure where data and reasoning and action, they happen together like a symphony. This is data and this is agent orchestration. For the first time, you can build agents that see on-chain data, understand context from social media or APIs, and they act. So instead of using N8N or Agent Kit to run 20 bots that each do one thing, you need to scrape data, you need to analyze, you need to post, you need to have a single. This is one intelligent system with just a few nodes, just a couple of agents that are literally collaborating together just like real people, that will coordinate together responsibly, take those actions together across wallets, APIs, and networks in real time. And this is world shattering for me. But if you're just interested in this stuff, I think if you actually tried out these systems for yourself, you'd see why we're so geeked and psyched and hyped about this internally, because this just doesn't exist anywhere else.
Yeah. You're doing a great job. Did you ever think of moving into marketing?
My mother told me to get into marketing, but I got a face for radio, so I'm gonna stick to these podcasts.
Face for radio. So, like, it's crazy. Gathering multiple reports of everything, and there's the final report. Okay. And this is gonna then be passed on to the copywriter, and hopefully it's gonna be posted as a thread on X. I tried this multiple times, and sometimes because I have a pro account, it just like pastes all of them together because they fit in a single tweet. Sometimes it gives me threads, but what do you expect from a single sentence? Like, research OpenServ and post a thread about it on X. It's crazy, man. It's I don't know. It's next level. The copywriter is reading the files multiple times, multiple portions, and makes sure that it has the right content, and I'm gonna hopefully see it on X. Okay.
Wow.
We're gonna see if it works on X later on. Is there anything that I didn't talk about? OpenServ promo, outro, video creation. I think I also need to show you that, right? That's the last one.
Oh goodness. Promo and video
So
creation. Okay.
yeah,
I love
I
ads.
mean,
Love advertising.
this is also great. I'm gonna read the system prompt for this. Actually, I think you can even see the system prompt here. Create a, of course it's cut off here, but create a long vertical promotional video of an agent developer choosing OpenServ over N8N using Sora 2 agent. Then create another short vertical outro sequence with black background with text on top saying OpenServ serving everyone, with a futuristic and charismatic voiceover. Then combine these 2 videos in one using the video creator agent, generate vertical videos only.
Wow.
So
I like this agent.
yeah, if I could find where it is now. I think I just clicked back, so it's here.
Yeah.
So what this does, I'm not going to run it because we're already way over time, but
Sure.
we have the output files here. This is another combinatorial mechanisms of the platform, right? We have Sora 2 agent that creates videos, but it can create a single video in a single node. So what we do here is we create 2 videos. one long vertical promo video, and a short outro sequence. And then we use the video creator agents, which can do many video operations on the platform, to combine these into a single vertical video. You can do many things with the video creator. You can upload a background video, a text over on it. You can do audio transcription, titles, subtitles, and like a lot of weird video creation magic happens. But here I'm just merging these two videos. And in the output files, we see one video, the second video, and the combined vertical video. Unfortunately, maybe if I zoom out a little bit, we can see it. A little difficult.
Okay. There we go. Hey, again, these taglines, they're schooling me.
I'm sorry, I just didn't have the time to reach out to you for a proper tagline.
By the way, Shadow Agents I'm the shadow. I'm the one being replaced by AI. That's the point of this show. Okay, the joke is on me. That was awesome. That was incredible. And that was fast.
So, I mean, I didn't run this, but I can quickly click start. But unfortunately, like in the other workflow, I saw that Sora is actually throttling us. So it's not really generating like it's giving us errors. It's not generating the videos. We might have tried too much. Who knows?
That's ironic that OpenAI's product is hampering the speed of our product. That's also very meta.
Yeah. See, like we initiated the video generation. It's going to be 12 seconds. The size. Obviously, you can say one thing is very important. Like I just said, long vertical video, and then it does 12 seconds. When I say, see, it's queued. Like this is not generating the video right now. It's just keeping us waiting.
Yep.
In the previous one, for the short outro sequence, you're going to see that it's creating a 4-second video. Like people had questions, how are people going to know how many seconds the video will be? How are they going to know to choose between 4, 8, and 12, which are the parameters of the Sora API? You don't need to know that. You can just say, create a short video or a long video, and it's just going to do that. You can say vertical or horizontal. It's just going to do that. And yeah, maybe I can also zoom in. In the end, we expect these to be combined in a single video. And of course, Sora doesn't really finish its sentences. That's why in the promo video, the voiceover was cut. But imagine you actually give it a script that you wrote, and not AI writing a 20-second script.
Right.
Or you just told it to create a short script first and then create the video. There are many solutions to this problem. But yes, this was a very quick look at the not so very quick, but it took over an hour. A quick look on Platform V1. And what you can do with it. You can build chatbots with it if you like. We're going to talk about user sessions, multi-user sessions, which is essential for building APIs in the next episode. We're going to talk about cron triggers, which let you repeatedly trigger workflows, maybe every hour or every day. Imagine you want this polymarket trend promo creation or the tweet flow to trigger every morning, or your future of AI thing every noon for your readers to read. Actually, let's see if this. Yeah, this is done. Where is my new tweet?
Wow.
There it is.
Why I love this is the most we've been able to get Armağan tweet in one day ever already. So.
I'm going to give you access to this workspace so you can tweet in my name.
I will do it because it's super easy with this. I love that.
See, wow. Like it works. It works. And I'm gonna call him out. I sent this to Fake Guru, and I asked how he thought, like what he thought about the previous one. and it took him a moment to realize that this is AI generated.
You couldn't tell. Okay. Hey, we
That I
passed
didn't
this
write this,
test.
because the details are real. Like, the
Yep.
deep research agent is doing a hell of a job in figuring out company details. Like, it knows about Braid, it knows about all of our, well, hey guys, why don't you give me some follows, huh?
Hmm.
Let us push me over 9,000 here. It knows everything that we're doing. So it was able to put together this long series of tweets. So I don't know, like, it's crazy. We haven't even touched the surface of building no code agents yet, which is another level. We haven't talked about building code agents yet, which is another level. And the combinatorial effect here is huge. It's like, I don't know, it's off the charts. So yeah, there's so many more things here. We didn't talk about MCPs. We have Lunar Crash integration. We have Zapier and CoinGecko integrations. So you can just add these um, to your workflows. So any agent on the platform can use your Lunar Crush subscription, for example, to fetch data and do sentiment analysis from Lunar Crush. Any application that connects to Zapier, and Zapier connects to the world's all software as a service applications out there, 8,000 of them, they live right here in OpenServ. And this itself can take a couple of episodes of Shadow Agents to talk how powerful this is. So I mean, there are so many different things. We have MetaMask, obviously, as an integration. We have YouTube integration. You can post these videos directly to YouTube. And in fact, if I didn't delete it, we were trying a new meme generator, generating
Ooh.
cute puppies and kittens in video and posting it on YouTube. You can do that as well. Just use one of the Sora 2 agent video creation. See, still erroring. And then add the YouTube integration and send that video directly to YouTube. It's crazy. It's like, I mean, I don't know. There's so many different things that you can do on this
And that
platform.
and that's the thing though, is you're not the one doing it, right? You're the one who's just describing what you want, and the system
Yeah.
is building the orchestration. Why are we required to put together all of these nodes on OpenAI's agent kit? Why do I have to put together 200 nodes for individual tasks on N8N? Who has time to do that? I know that I have a wife and three kids and a full-time job and hobbies, but who has time to study DeFi in Web3 anymore and to follow every X account? You don't. Let us do it for you. Let these real agents that have real intelligence handle the validation and the triggers and even the error recovery that Armand went through earlier. It can fix its own problems and tell you what it needs help with. I mean, take the stress off of your own shoulders, raise your standards, and realize that this exists.
Yeah. You're so, I don't know, so charismatic. I love the way you talk.
It's not me, it's this platform. Okay, everybody, please follow OpenServ AI on X. Okay, please follow Dasher SW on X. Follow Armand's journey and what we've been doing. I mean, this is insane because it's insane, and this is what we've been working on, and it's incredible to finally get validation from all of the duplicates that have been made this week, and are trying to figure out how they can make their workflows look better, but the key is make them smarter. That's what you've been doing.
And we didn't even talk about Braid yet. Like, we've
Oh
been
goodness.
talking for 2 hours. We didn't even talk about Braid yet. We didn't
Yeah.
talk about how to create a single node. I haven't created a single node myself by hand. So this is everything is happening with a single prompt. I haven't created a single task myself. So we're going to cover this part as well. There are so many different things that you can do here. One thing that I can, just as a teaser, show you, for each integration, you can actually immediately choose the action that you want this task to do. Like, upload a video, YouTube comment thread list. See, just if you have a video in your workspace, it's going to upload to YouTube now. That's it. But we're going to cover this in the following episodes. For the audience out there, you can try all of these things today live on platform.openserv.ai. It's working.
Wow.
It's not like this. Should we try this thing that I built?
I would love to try to see what Agent Kit comes up with. So for everybody, because we heard from Tammy or Tamay that they had
Yeah.
questions about how we're competing with OpenAI's new releases, but this stream answered all their questions. Thank you. It's crazy to see OpenServ in action. So let's see Agent Kit in action. What does it do?
So I think it's practically mimicking this. Fetch today's calendar events. Obviously, there is no Telegram integration in OpenAI, right? We made our piece with that. So it's
That's why.
practically doing this 2 steps: fetch today's calendar items, extract emails, and send replies on Telegram, or just do research on external participants, right? This is my favorite use case. So I tried to encode it here. There is this start node. I don't know what it does. It has a state variable input as text. I have no idea. There is this my agent. I just said fetch my calendar events today. Okay. You can choose model and reasoning effort. I don't know why. This is not a great abstraction, you guys. Like if I have to choose reasoning effort in all of these nodes, where's the intelligence in this? There is the MCP connection. I just want to show you how it's done. So there's no real integration here. You have to add an MCP server. You click Google Calendar, and it says add your access token here. But Google Calendar doesn't really have an access token. Okay. What you have to do is go to this weird screen that's clearly for developers.
Wow. I would never find this, by the way. If I tried to connect OpenAI's Agent Kit to my calendar, there is no dimension in all of Doctor Strange's multi dimensions where I would find this page successfully. But go ahead.
So you need to search for calendar, okay? Then these are the things that you can ask for. I guess events is what you ask for, okay? Then you say authorize APIs. Obviously, I'm not gonna click that because it's gonna leak my personal details. But you authorize APIs. Then you click another button to get a token. Then you paste here, okay? And how that happens on OpenServ, you click add new connection, opens up your account picker, just like you're logging into OpenServ with your Google account, okay? You just say allow, and bam. I know you didn't see that screen. It's just a regular account picker of Google. And then bam, you have another connection here. That's all. That's how it should be done. Okay?
Got it.
That's how it should be done. This is, I don't know what this is. This is unbelievable. But anyway, right? Anyway.
Let's say assume we know
yeah.
that now.
I did that. I added that tool. It didn't work in the first day. In the second day, it worked. So I said, find people who are outside of OpenServ and research their background, the company, bio role, etc. And I added web search here. Okay. I don't know why I needed to add that, like why it doesn't know that it should search on the web, but I had to add web search. And
wow,
when you want to add web search, you need to choose between latest and deprecated. Give it a list of websites, user's country, region, city, time zone, if you like. And search context size. I don't know. Like, just do it. If I don't like it, I'm going to tell you that I didn't like it and you should research more, right? That's how it's supposed to work. I added web search. And then I said report on external people, basically using that web search. And these things are connected to each other. I know it's a little bit disgusting to see, but and whenever I click, they open on the side, guys. Anyway, this is the workflow, right? So these are all connected. And then you click preview, test the workflow. How are you going to test it?
Uh,
I don't know. Type something, right? Say hello.
yeah.
Um,
I can flag to you, Armand, that our viewership has gone down since you've opened up Agent Kit. Okay, that tells you how
okay.
difficult this process is. Nobody wants to do this.
So this is what I see now. I typed hello. I saw some reasoning. Executing event search. I'm all set to proceed. It wants my time zone, and it tells me it overshares. Okay. And then I get this: get profile, approve, rejects. And this is useful. Now for each call, they have some logs, some reasoning. It's not bad. I actually like it. But I click approve. Okay, fine. Like whatever get profile is. Now it's working again.
Again, you as a human had to jump in again. I mean, we should have a
Yeah.
rolling ticker here for how many times you have to tell it
And then
again.
it asks me permission for search events. Now,
Okay.
this is clearly how it should not work, right? Like it's supposed to be autonomous. So what you need to do is to close the preview, go to this agent, go to this tool, and choose never require approval for any tool call. I don't know why it's not the default. If this is going to be an autonomous agent building system, why do I need approvals for tool calls? Let's try it again. Type hello, because I don't know how to start it. Like, should I ask a question? Not sure.
Yeah. Rally, by the way, Rally, if you're just joining this conversation on YouTube, the reason you're lost is because we're in OpenAI's agent kit now, trying to see if this works. And yeah, nobody was lost when we were using OpenServ's platform V1.0 that just came out last Thursday.
See, this was beautiful. Wait, where which one was it? Fallback. Experimenting with search parameters. I'm thinking about trying a search with time min and max set to null, along with an empty query. That might give me default results. The search tool probably can work like that, but it's a bit unclear. Why is it unclear?
Mm.
Why is it unclear? And then it said, hi, I tried to fetch your calendar events for today, but I'm getting a connection error with Google Calendar right now.
Oh, connection error.
That's cute, right?
That's very cute.
Quick question so I can retry as soon as it's available. Primary calendar or specific calendar? Oh, find people who are outside of OpenServ. Hi, how can I help you today? Research their background. Hi, how can I help you today? Like, what is this? I just have no opinion. I don't know how to work with this. But this is the reality, right? This is the reality. Now, imagine you want to share this with the world, because who can use this preview, right? And it cannot connect to Telegram or anything. There's this publish thing, deploy to production. It all sounds great. You publish and you expect something. But all you have is this. So now you need code to run this chat agent on your web page. And you have to pass these details in: current version, workflow ID, and I guess you click this quick start. It tells you how to implement this on your web page, so that your web page has this chat window and your users can interact with this bot. That's where we are.
Yeah. So this is the part where I like to analogize what's happening for the audience. Everybody's falling asleep, and
Yeah, you lost me too, right? Like I lost you too. I know. I'm sorry. I'm doing my best. Okay, like I even got an access token. What do you want more from me?
You're working your tail off there to make the agents do their work, which is exactly what we were here to show, right? And you saw it live. Thank you for joining us, Rim to Pack. Amazing episode, friends. Thank you, Ryan and Unk. The people love you. When episode 6. Wow. And we
next week.
thank you so much, Room to Pack. And we also got this comment from Tomei again. It's not deployed. It's usable by OpenAI's API now. Nah, pass. Yeah, that's how we feel about Agent Kit over here. Pass. Okay. Yeah.
So wait,
And
I want to give it another chance. Okay, just
okay.
please bear with me. I just want to give it another chance. I refreshed my token because the tokens that you generate on Google expire after 1 hour.
1
All
hour.
right. Yeah. So like this is not usable at all after an hour because it cannot refresh its token. Right.
That's not going to work.
It's not good. It's what it is. Like I'm just the messenger here. So let's try again. Maybe the token was out of date or something, right?
Yeah.
I really want to help OpenAI. If so, which calendar should I use? Google, Outlook, Apple. Are you kidding me? You have a
It just I mean, OpenServ effortlessly just grabbed all 4 of your calendars.
do I not have the MCP here? Where did the MCP go? I added an MCP server here.
Well, the MCP fell asleep again as well.
I said connect. Didn't we have this?
You did.
Add. Maybe I didn't click add. Let me try again. Like I really want to be honest and do my best here because I'm kind of sad for these guys. This is not a hot take video or anything. I'm not
It's
dissing them.
not. It's
They
not.
put some effort in this.
Well, they
I'm
vibe coded
considering. Yeah.
it.
Oh!
Approve. You need to approve the events.
No, I forgot to change the approval to never.
Oh.
Okay, maybe this time it's gonna work.
Yeah, Tomei said abstraction would be the worst. You're right, Tomei. Let alone getting something done. Abstracting it would be a nightmare. And that's the thing, is like Agent Kit, it looks exciting from the outside, but as you can see under the hood, it's still very much a human dependent system. You're managing permissions, tokens, logic branches, approvals, and time zones. And which calendar do you want? Real agents, okay, like we talked about in our first episode of Shadow Agents, real agents, they can run the production for you. They know what time zone you're in, they figure it out. They don't freeze when a simple tool fails. They reroute, they recover, they have common sense, they keep going. And that's the whole point of orchestration, is like the OpenServ agents, they collaborate with each other, they self-heal, they learn context without you having to debug workflows like this, which is a nightmare. I mean, this is the most difficulty I've seen in an agentic workflow all week, because this is the first time I've gotten this far with Agent Kit. And this is, I'm sorry, but I would change industries if I had to market this.
Do you see what it did? Like, I see we have an event list to work with, but I need to focus on the user start with a friendly hello, but I need to focus on fetching the events. It has to, pat itself on the back and then convince itself to stay on track. It's essential to keep it in concise. I'll also ask if they like more details or want to reschedule anything. I don't want to reschedule anything. I told you what I wanted. I want details on my events. For now, it assumes I'm in Los Angeles because why not, right?
Of course you're in Los Angeles.
And here are my events. Here are my events. It's great. These are the correct events, wrong time zone. Want me to open any event, add a note, or make changes? No. I want you to find people who are outside of OpenServ. And what is the meaning of these things being connected, guys? Like, what does it mean that these things are connected if it doesn't remember what it said, right?
That's the whole point, is they should be connected and speaking to each other.
This is like, I have no idea what this is doing. How I can help you today? How can I help you today? Here are your events for today. Like, here are today's calendar events. What does this have to do with the title of the task? Report on external people.
It's
Would you like to
asking you if
open
it's
or
proud of it for making some progress. Are you proud?
no, I'm not. What are those memes like two guys talking to ChatGPT like make us rich, pretty please, double research, very rich, no hallucinations. And whenever I type something, it starts from scratch. And maybe it's going to work this time. So the reason for why we're doing these things is to give a comparison between what you watched in the first half of the show and what you're seeing right now, which is OpenAI. Here you're going to see in the URL, it's OpenAI Agent Builder. And now I don't know what's going on. Like, why is it
Yeah.
stalling? I don't know. I have no
It
idea.
it's stalling because it can't do it. It can't do the task that we did in the first
Why?
30 seconds of this call. And there's
Why?
actually a good question here by Julian Rules. Agreed that Julian does rule. Isn't the whole point of Braid to solve this type of behavior? So can Braid help Agent Kit a little bit with this? I mean,
Absolutely. In multiple ways. There, like, I can imagine more than a few ways of integrating Braid into AgentKit to make each agent smarter, to make the entire workflow smarter. I mean, where do you think our workflow comes from? The Better Project Manager designed workflow. You know, we one-shot prompts into workflows. Where do you think that comes from? That comes from Braid.
yeah,
Um, and there's no one-shotting here. You have to build these nodes yourself.
right.
But it cannot even pass the output of one node to the next. What is this? What is this? How is this supposed to work?
It's
And why
automation
am
hell.
I mean, why is this stalling? Just can you work, please? Ah,
No. If you do the work,
wait,
it might work.
wait. It worked. It worked. I'm gonna cry.
We did it. We did it. We
For
made a
some reason,
manual
I
process.
yeah, that was wait, but where's the research from people? These are the calendar details. Where's the research from people? Where is the research from people?
You thought you were going to get research? Seriously, Armand?
Yeah, I mean, there's a task. Research their
Not
background, company.
great comment here. Great context. I thought agents needed to help us, humans, not us to them. I feel like I am trying to teach agents how to use tools when using OpenAI Agent Kit. The audience said that, not us.
Yeah, yeah. I have I have no idea. Like, maybe it's gonna do it this time. Done. I
Just
fetched each event directly from your Google Calendar. And who are outside of OpenServ? And what is the slowness? It's writing the entire link.
I just love how it still thinks you're in LA. Like clearly you're not. And so if you actually had to depend on this for your schedule, you would miss every meeting for the rest of time. Somebody said, at least we got some output. Yeah. um, guys, I mean, this is not just a bad attempt. Okay. It's just old thinking that they have exemplified in new words. It's automation pretending to be autonomy. And that's just the core distinction between AgentKit and OpenServ. And again, the other part that I really do want to hit on, it doesn't matter how many times OpenAI improves their tools, they will never be linkable to Web3 or anything decentralized or on chain. So if it definitely will not be able to handle your on-chain transactions or connecting to the blockchain if this is what it had to do to connect. They couldn't even connect their own LLMs tokens manually on their own. We had to authorize the API. We had to choose the reasoning effort. We had to fix the time zone and re-authenticate every single step. We had to babysit the tool, and this is not agentic. The agent never acted agentically. It just waited for permission to do every single task, and this is not orchestration. This is delegation with extra steps. And so, if you scroll back to the first half of the show, we showed you 6 workflows live. Armand one-shotted them. He just typed a prompt and it pulled some data from Polymarket. It published to X. It composed videos and advertisements with better taglines than I, as a marketer with 15 years experience, could come up with. And all of this was autonomous. There were no API gymnastics. There weren't any manual refreshes. It was, here's my intent, here's my intention, and then there was an outcome. This matters because the industry is splitting. Half of the AI world is like trying to make pretty wiring diagrams and pretty canvases for you to look at to sell you a subscription. The other half, our half, is building systems that actually think, they will help you transact, and they can recover when they make mistakes, like a real employee, like a real collaborator. I do not feel like babysitting when I go to work, when I'm building a process. I'm sorry, I don't. What we have built with OpenServ's Platform V1.0 is going to coordinate for you, it's going to reason for you, and that's why we call it orchestration. All right. So that's the point of today's episode. We definitely need to have follow up episodes. And I think people can understand why these end up being so long, because OpenServ is not just another workflow builder. We are the connective tissue for the agentic economy. This is where agents are building, learning, and are soon going to be earning together. You should be making money with AI. You should not be babysitting it or lifting a finger, really. So, Armand, please tell us a little bit about what we're going to see in the future here as you are desperately typing to
It
OpenAI to please help you.
crashed. It crashed.
It crashed. There you go, guys. Mic drop. All right. The system is crashing. Um, wow. Um, this is. Let's go back to the comments. Um, this is also bad for environment. Think about token and energy usage for this, and we got nothing in response. Yeah, we're wasting a lot of tokens. They're wasting their own GPU and their own bandwidth by making us have to make more and more prompts. And let's go to the next comment. Partnership, it doesn't understand what you're working with, Christian, already, and you're the founder of Koyate. Somebody else said, holy moly. um yeah, tasks to May is back again, or rally tasks are merely suggestions in that arena. I love seeing how OpenServ is blazing past the rest. Thank you very much for the video. Thank you for watching. Seriously, God bless you and your family, and I hope you all become extremely successful and wealthy using AI. I do not wish that you just use whatever tool has been marketed to you the best, and you waste your time, you waste your money, and you fall behind the people who are using OpenServ. Just don't do it. We got an I laugh so hard. I mean, LK is on the floor rolling laughing. Um, yeah, it's kind of a joke. We even got to May back here saying it's worse than the early days of no code app builders. Oh yeah, I remember those
Yes.
templatized app builders. So
And look at this beauty.
and look at success here. This is success.
And it
It
works
is
every
beautiful
single time. If Sora 2 agent works, of course, which is again from um,
from
OpenAI.
them.
Anyway, in the next episodes, we're going to dive deeper into the platform, and we're going to talk about manual task creation, which is something we never had to do today, which is all you can do and everything you have to do on OpenAI, and N8N and others, of course. We're going to talk about the power of creating your own tasks and how you can work with structured JSON, which is something we support. It's very advanced. It's for developers. And you don't need this 99% of the time. But for those 1% developers out there, we have some strongly typed structured content that you're going to be able to see. we're going to talk about integrations more. We're going to talk about triggers more. We're going to talk about MCP servers, of course, how they're used in the background. And yeah, I guess we're going to talk about the no-code agents here, no-code agent builder. That is where you should pick your reasoning efforts, because you're building an agent from scratch. And this is where it's useful, not individual tasks, but agents. I mean, they're confused about agents and tasks anyway, like the name and agent and task. We're going to talk about integrations. There's so many more things to talk about, but I please beg you to give the platform a try. Just try one-shotting beautiful workflows here, upload your files, work with them, just describe what you want to do, and let's see if OpenServ can actually serve you too. And please give us your feedback. We really need more brilliant ideas that will push us even further than the competition. But yeah, there's so many more to come. There's a question: is V1 taking advantage of Braid? It does, yes. The better project manager and all the agents in the platform are making use of Braid, not to its fullest potential yet, because those were parallel streams, and Braid is still ongoing work in the background. But soon enough, we're gonna bring Braid into the no-code agent builder, so you can build no-code agents like no other. I mean, even now, there's no platform that allows you to. Oh,
Tears of joy, tears of laughter.
even now, there's no other platform that allows you to build no-code agents with any integration out there, without writing, without wiring anything, without clicking anything. All of the no-code agents that you build can use all of the integrations that we have on the platform, which is like next level. But we're gonna bring Braid to that to make it even more powerful. And I don't know what that's next wave of features that I'm not able to tell you right now will enable on the platform. We have so many more things coming up. It's crazy.
Yep. Anywhere we can search up the tech stack of OpenServ, where should people start?
Um, I mean, it's I can tell you, like, come and join us on Telegram and ask for it on Telegram if you
Yep.
like, and we can have a discussion there. It's Node.js, JavaScript, TypeScript. It's very fairly simple, because as you saw, it's not money, it's not the tech, it's not the tools that you use. It's your vision, it's your brain, and your ability to execute what makes you strong and successful. And that's what we bring to the table at OpenServ.
Well, he said it best. Well, you couldn't have made the point clearer. So we're not here to throw shade. We were just showing the real life product. I mean, Armand has high integrity. Believe me, he's been researching and testing Agent Kit all week, trying to make it the best he could. Right, and it's a very interesting experiment, but it's still an experiment, and it's automation pretending to be autonomy. And I'm going to say that until they prove me wrong. So if you take one thing from today, real agents do not need constant supervision, and they don't ask you what time zone you're in, or which level of reasoning they should use. Right? They think they are the ones that are figuring it out and building together. So for everyone who tuned in on X and YouTube and Telegram, and seriously, you're the reason why we do this. So next week we're diving into the deep stuff, the multi-user sessions, creating tasks, as Armand said, and we'll show you how this becomes the back end for real businesses, and why there are some very interesting enterprise level companies testing this out behind the scenes. And until then, please, you go try it. You're smart enough. It doesn't matter how non technical you are. Okay. You're smart enough to make OpenServe's platform V1.0 work. You can make it work well. You can run an automation and you can teach us something. I saw fantasy football automations there, and you've seen these advertisements being made. It's only getting smarter by the day and faster by the day. And agents, they should be they will help you, right? They shouldn't ask you for permission or how to code. This is OpenServe. This is the first real platform for for the agentic economy and the only one that is pioneering Web3. Yes, blockchain, decentralized connectivity. So thank you for watching Shadow Agents episode 5, and we'll see you next time.
Thank you, everyone. This has been a great joy being here with you today, demonstrating what we were working on for what seems like an eternity to us. And I'm very happy, very proud that we made this a reality together. This wouldn't happen without our community on Telegram. You guys are awesome. And like every day, I'm reading all the messages, even when I don't respond or, tap the heart emojis. I read all of them, and they really empower us to do more than we could ever imagine. And this is only because of you that we have this strength to execute. And that's what we're going to keep doing. We're going to keep serving. Thank you so much.